Hello everybody. In this video we're going to learn how to solve this past PSLE math question, the so-called perimeter problem. Okay. Proceed to tackle the problem, there is something that you need to know, which I'm going to demonstrate using this simple simulation. Right, so you can see from the diagram that this is like a step figure. Right, so let's take a look what happened when I start this simulation. Right, you can see that what I'm doing is that I'm transferring that two length onto the top and onto the side. Right, so you can see that the moment I do that, you can see that this, if you were to add this 6 and 2, the two horizontal line, you're going to get the same value as this 8. Right. Similarly, if you were to add these two vertical line, you're going to get the same as this length over here. Right. It is because of this. We are merely transferring the two length onto the top as well as to the side. Right, so let's go back to our question. Let's take a look at another figure. This is exactly the same as before. Right, but instead of doing the simulation, I'm just going to draw this vertical line. Maybe I use a red color, and horizontal line. Right, so if I were to focus on the vertical line, you can see that this number 2 is actually, this 2 is also here, right, from this length to that length, as well as this 6 is actually also here, the same length from here to here. Right, that's why you get 2 plus 6, 8. Right, they are the same. Similarly, if we were to focus on the vertical length, right, with this horizontal line, we can see that 4 is also here. Right, and this vertical length 6 is the same as this vertical length 6. Right, so 6 plus 4, 10. That is why it's the same value as this one. Okay, so let's go back to our question. So now before, let's read the question together. In the figure, the perimeter of the shaded part is 4 centimeter more than the unshaded part. Right? Then we are told to find the length of AB, which is here, and after that find the area of the shaded part. So before we proceed to answer the question, let's do our simple calculation just now. All right, this, you notice that these two lengths are not given, but we can easily find them by summing up the vertical and the horizontal length that is given there. Right, so let's find BC first. So BC is actually just 3 plus 5 plus 7, all the vertical lengths. That will give us 15 centimeters. What about this horizontal length? Right, the horizontal length, let's call this D. Right, the DB. It will be 2 plus 4 plus 10, all the horizontal length. 2 plus 4 plus 10, that is 16 centimeters. Right, so I can write it down here. This is 16 centimeters. And this BC is 15 centimeters. Right, so now before we proceed, let's call this AC, the unknown here, P. So what is the perimeter of the shaded part? So it will be from here, following these steps, and including this slant height, slant length. Right, so if I were to write it down, it will be the slant length. Sorry. shaded. It will be the slant length plus 3 plus 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10, and then plus the unknown p. Right, but we can see that this 3 plus 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 7 actually all this, right? So I can simplify that further to the slant length plus 15 plus 16 plus p. Right? We don't have to simplify this further because you will see afterwards that some of these numbers will cancel. So what about the unshaded? Yes, it is this. The unshaded perimeter will be slant height, slant length, plus this 16 plus this AB, but we do not know what AB is, but AB is also the same as actually 15 BC minus the P. Right, so it is equal to the slant length, right, plus 16 plus 15, but I have to minus the P because 15 is the from top to bottom BC, right? Whereas we are only interested in AB. Right. So now the going back to the question, it says that the perimeter of the shaded is 4 centimeter more than the unshaded. That means we have to take the difference between the two. So if you were to take the difference, you will see that the slant length will cancel off each other, the 16 will cancel, the 15 will also cancel. We are left with P and minus P. So if you were to take the difference between P and minus P, you actually going to get P plus P or 2P. Right? That is equal to 4 centimeters. So P is equal to 4 divided by 2, that is 2 centimeters. Right? So now we know how to find AB. So AB is nothing but 15 minus P, which is 2 centimeters, so it is 13 centimeters. Right, so that is part A. So let's tackle part B now. Find the area of the shaded part. So how can we do that? We can easily do that by dividing this entire figure into 3 rectangles. Right, so small one here. I've drawn the dotted lines, and then we have slightly bigger rectangle here, and the last one will be this big rectangle. Right, so it is consisting of actually 3 rectangles, and the area are 3 multiplied by 2, right, plus 3 plus 5 multiplied by 4, right, which is the middle rectangle. And the last big one is actually 3 plus 5 plus 7 multiplied by 10. Right? So this is 6. This is 8 multiplied by 4, 32. And the last one is 15 multiplied by 10, 150. Alright, so altogether is 188 centimeters squared. Right? Then we have to minus off this area of the triangle. So what is the area of the triangle? It is half multiplied by the base, which is 16, multiplied by the height, which we have just calculated just now, which is 13. Alright, so this will be simplified to 8 multiplied by 13, which is 104 centimeters squared. Right, so area of the shaded part will simply be 188 minus 104, and we are going to get 84 centimeters squared. Okay, so that's the final answer for part B. Okay guys, so now that you know how to solve this problem, right, go on to the link that is given in the description below, where you get to this site. Click on this new problem button. Right, try some of these problems with different set of numbers from the one that we have just solved, After you have done your work, you can easily check the answer by clicking on this button. Okay, so have fun and thank you for listening.